to kiss me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Epni Al-Lovea Lahikta. So in this video, I will present a simple research example in the field of English language teaching. The topic of my research is improving speaking skill by using task-based language teaching at SMK Swasta Tunas Harapan, Batang, Serangan. So, I chose this topic because many vocational school students struggle with speaking English. They often feel anxious, lack of confidence, and limited vocabulary and poor pronunciations. So, from this topic, I created the following research question. First, how can TBLT be implemented to improve student and speaking skills? To what extent does TBLT enhance students' confidence, vocabulary, and pronunciation? And what are the students' response towards the use of TBLT in speaking lessons? I developed these questions to understand both the teaching process and the impact on students, and also to gather their opinions. I want open-ended questions that allow for in-depth observations. Okay, next, for research method. I choose qualitative research method using a case study approach. Why I choose qualitative is because I want to explore deeply how the TBLT method is to implement it in the classroom and how it affects students' speaking skills. This method allows speaking to me describe what really happens through interview, observation, analysis of speaking activities, and documentation. Quantitative data like test scores is helpful, but qualitative data show feelings, behaviors, and real classroom situations. Okay, next, research instruments. To collect the data, I use three instruments. First, observation sheets to observe how students, participants in TBLT by speaking activities. Two, interview guide. So, interview guide the English teacher and selected students to get their opinion and experiences. Okay. The last, documentations. I collect lesson plans, student speaking task results, and recorded some speaking sessions. Why these instruments? Okay, it's because they give complete and rich data from different sources. Observations help me see student behavior, interviews give us personal reflections, and documents support the findings. Okay, next, reference search strategy. So to support my research, I research for references from Google Scholar and directory of open access journals, ResearchGate, and textbooks and academic journals. I focus on references related to speaking skill development, task-based language teaching or TBLT, communicative language teaching, and the last, student motivation and confidence in speaking. So for examples of references, I use like Brian Fonsky and MCK. It was 2090 TBLT implementation and evaluations, and then there are Prativi et al. 2022 speaking in online class, and then second 2090 task-based language teaching theory and practice. Okay, next, how I avoid plagiarism. So to avoid plagiarism in my writing, and I use first paraphrase. So paraphrase is the idea from sources using my own words. And next, I quote it directly, only when necessary, and mention it the authors. And last, I include a list of references at the using APA style. For examples here of citations and references is like, for example, speaking is the first way to interact with others. It's social community. It's by Zuria at 2017. So the reference I Zuria 2017 storytelling to improve student speaking skill, journal Tugas English. Okay, next for conclusions. So to conclude, I choose the topic because many students at SMK Swasta Tunas Harapan Batang Serangan face speaking difficulties. I use qualitative research with interviews, observation, and documentation. And then TBLT allows students to practice speaking through real-life tasks like role play, group discussion, and interview. Okay, next, this method improves fluency, vocabulary, and confidence. I use proper references to avoid plagiarism by paraphrasing and citing sources. Okay, next for closing reflections and personal insight, is a final part. So to the end of this video, I would like to share my personal reflections. Through this research, I learned that teaching English, especially speaking, is not just about teaching grammar or vocabulary. It is about giving students the chance to express themselves, to be heard, and to use language in meaningful situations. Okay, next. So, task-based language teaching, or TBLT, help me understand how learning becomes more effective when students are active, and when they work together, and when they enjoy the process. So it's very helpful. So the class I saw students will use to be shy, slowly become confident, and I saw them start to speak more and worry less about making mistakes. So I believe this method can help many other students too, especially in vocational school, where communication skills are very important to future careers. So I hope, as a future research, I hope to continue learning to apply more creative and student-centered methods like this. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope this video has inspired you to think about how to teach and how can make classes more interactive and meaningful. So I believe this method can help many other students because it is especially in vocational schools, where communications is very important for their future, for their careers and workplace. So I hope learning and applying more creative and student-centered methods like this. Okay, I hope this presentation inspired you to think about how to teach. And once again, my name is Epni Al-Lovea Lahikta. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.